Hello and welcome to Biopharma Spotlight, a mini video series bringing to you some of the greatest examples of accessible and deployable biopharma LC-MS solutions. I am Sascha Schifrin, and at Waters, I am the biopharma specialist for Central Europe. Today, it's my pleasure to welcome Joe Fredette. Joe is the Senior Business Development Manager for Global Biopharmaceutical Business. Hi, Joe.
Hey, how's it going, Sascha?
I'm good. So, Joe, recently you published a brilliant application note about oligonucleotide analysis. So, in this great work, you show routine mass confirmation of identity and impurities analysis of oligos on our BioAccord system. Can you tell me more about why Waters invests so much time in this application area?
Yeah, sure. But first, it was actually our SciOps team did all the work, so I want to give them the credit. They do a lot of applications development, and they do a great job at it. But in terms of why Waters invests so much time and effort into this, it's because we see it as the future. Nucleic acid-based therapeutics, whether they be oligotherapeutics or gene therapies, also a growing diagnostic segment for PCR-based diagnostics. All of it requires, the analysis and the GMP validation of these analytes, oligonucleotides, and often they're modified. So custom nucleotides are incorporated, and you need to know the sequence and you need to know where they are in the sequence. So our technologies support that effort.
So you see definitely an advantage of LC-MS technologies compared to other technologies that are already used in this kind of analysis. Can you tell me more about what LC-MS can do, what others can't?
Well, sure. Traditional Sanger sequencing or next generation sequencing, you can get the read on a RNA or a DNA sequence, but you're only going to see the GCAT. You're not going to know whether that C is a phosphorothioated or has a 2' O-methyl or a 2' O-fluoryl modification to it. And those modifications are really important for oligotherapeutics because they give the molecule much greater stability and enable them to be more effective. So mass spec, on the other hand, you have the ability to do MS-MS sequencing and to actually do modification mapping and know which modifications are on which rung of the ladder, if you will.
Yeah, well, that's great, and definitely more in-depth than what is being done right now. But also the point that this application note was developed on the BioAccord system. Can you tell me a little bit more what the BioAccord brings, what other LC-MS systems can't?
Right, so the BioAccord, right, it's not a characterization instrument today, but it does support compliance-ready mass confirmation and impurities analysis of oligonucleotides. So all the oligos, primers, and probes that go into DNA-based diagnostic test kits, even the oligos that are used for DNA barcoding, as well as oligotherapeutic development. When you want to actually confirm the mass of the oligo and do a basic level impurity analysis in a compliant ready manner, you can do that with the BioAccord system today.
Well, that's definitely a great advantage to lots of the users out there that at the moment don't have hands-on LC-MS techniques. So thanks, Joe, and thanks everybody for watching. To see more, we invite you to follow the direct link to the application note attached to this video. So stay tuned for the next Biopharma Spotlight.
Thanks, Sascha.